What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Rich of Review Tech USA, and I one day hope to go horseback riding shirtless with Vladimir Putin. So some interesting developments have been coming up with Sony, partially due to CES and just due to news in general. The big thing is that the PS Vita, as of a couple days ago, has sold over 500,000 units. Now, I know there was this big story where the first week it sold 300,000 plus, then it dropped down to like 78,000 or even a little less. But 500,000 units and the thing just got released less than a month ago, that's a pretty good sign. And that's just one country. I mean, everyone's like, oh, it's going to flop, it's going to flop. I still stand by the fact that I think this is the last dedicated portable gaming generation. But that's not a flop. I mean, what did like the Jaguar sell? A couple 100,000 units for the couple years it was out. 500,000 units in less than a month is not a flop. So I think there is a chance for the PS Vita. The 3DS has been selling well. Like I said, I know I'm going to sound like a broken record. I don't think that we'll see Sony and Nintendo invest in portable gaming systems that are solely for gaming again. But I still see the brands moving forward with a cell phone hybrid. Not these systems, but another next generation after this will be cell phone hybrids. What people have to realize, and I think especially a lot of younger people don't understand this, is that a cell phone, whether it be a smartphone, a portable gaming system, your computer, or your gaming console, at the end of the day, they're all computers. They all have a CPU, they all have a graphics chip, they all have input controls. You have a controller, keyboard, mouse, gamepad, whatever. It's just about the software that they put on them, okay? So a smartphone with a quad-core processor and PlayStation certified controls would play Uncharted Golden Abyss just as good as the PS Vita would, okay? As long as it has the horsepower behind it when it comes to the CPU and GPU, it would be fine. So I think people need to wrap their minds around that and realize that times are changing, but I'm glad to see that both systems, the 3DS and Vita, are selling well. Not as good as I think that Sony and Nintendo hoped, but they're doing okay. The next thing I want to talk about, God, I'm really loving that I use my webcam mic right now. My mic is busted still. It gives me so much freedom. I don't have to lean in front of a mic and talk. I could just kind of lounge and chat with you guys. Anyway, back on topic. Sony has announced that they are not going to have the PlayStation 4 at E3 2012. A little bit of a surprise, but honestly, I expected it. The PlayStation 3 is still selling. The Xbox 360 is still selling. I'll be surprised if they show an Xbox, the next Xbox at E3 this year. There's more of a chance they'll do that, but I'll still kind of be surprised. Like I've said before, and this is going to sound like I'm just regurgitating information, this is a very interesting generation, okay? Not only because the economy's bad, but the systems are now just becoming affordable for the masses, okay? $250, $299, $199 for the Xbox 360 without the hard drive. You got to remember, previous generations, the prices that the systems are at now are the prices that the systems for like the PS2 and the original Xbox, they were those prices when they first launched. And now this current generation of consoles is just reaching that price point. So people who couldn't have afforded them or weren't interested in spending the money on the PS3 and Xbox 360 are now just jumping into the console market. So for Sony and Microsoft to be like, oh yeah, you just spent $300 on, an Xbox 360 or a PS3. Yeah, we're launching a new console this year. It would be a totally cannibalistic move because they're still moving off the shelves. Both the PS3 and 360. Wii, not so much, especially since Nintendo announced the Wii U. But the PS3 and 360 are still selling. I don't think they're going to wait till 2014. Maybe PlayStation will, maybe Sony will, but at least 2013. I kind of felt for a while maybe they are going to rush into it and come out in 2012, but I think my first predictions were 2014. I was saying 2014, I should say, were right. So I'm kind of glad to see that because as much as I see that what my gaming rig can do, my PC gaming rig, and how much more capable it is in the consoles, I'm glad I didn't feel like spending money on a new Xbox 360, listen to me, a next-gen Xbox or a next-gen PlayStation. You know, the general mass of people won't care about the update in graphics yet, like I said, because yes, the technology is out there to make a big leap in graphics, but it's not affordable yet. And in this economy, to come out with a $400 and $500 system wouldn't be a good idea. So I'm kind of glad to see that. I'm glad to say that Sony themselves said they are not going to have a next-gen system at this E3 coming up. And just one other quick thing. For everyone out there freaking out that the PlayStation brand is doomed because they're in third place and the PS Vita already didn't sell 3 million units, get real, man. It's fine. You know, who cares about what place it's in? The PlayStation 3 is at, what, 55 million plus units right now, maybe even higher than that. That's still a successful system. Who cares what place it's in? It matters how many units moved off the shelves and are in people's homes. All right? Every company, Nintendo has, Microsoft has pretty much done. I mean, the original Xbox wasn't gangbusters. It only sold like 20-something million units, but every system, every company, I should say, goes through a lull. And I don't even consider this a lull, to be honest with you. The PlayStation brand is fine. The PS3 is still selling. The Vita looks like it has the capability of doing well, which I am somewhat shocked at. Everyone needs to relax. It's so funny. Like, first off, why do people want to see a company fail? Why do people want to see, you know, developers and people with families lose their jobs? Why do people want to see? Why would you want to see Sony go out of business? Which it's not. It's nowhere near that. Why would you want to see them go out of business, which would hurt the global economy as a whole? Like, really? Like, you would get off on that? I don't know. But the PlayStation brand is fine. Yeah, they need to do some changes with the next generation, and they need to, you know, do better advertising, do better marketing, but PlayStation's not going anywhere. They are far from hurting. Like, it's not like they had a Sega Saturn where they sold 9 million units. Like, imagine the PS3 right now only sold 9 million units globally. That would be a disaster. They are far from that. So, relax. PlayStation's not going anywhere. Anyway, guys, this is Rich of Review Tech USA. I'm showing Fear footage because I'm actually playing through the game right now, and I thought it'd be something different than Call of Duty. That's why I've been showing different games. I don't feel like playing Call of Duty right now. So I'm having a blast playing this, and I'll probably have more commentaries and news coming up, and you'll see me playing Fear while I'm doing it. So hope you enjoyed this little console/Sony update, and leave your comments below and tell me what you think about the PlayStation brand and what state it's in right now. Have a good one.